from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money on.
Unrealistic. I'm sorry.
It's unrealistic. Like, don't try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco, strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello? Oh. Life starts now, I guess. Aldo, are you present? All right. The mic's on now. I hear it. Thank you. Welcome to Talk Lately. It's Tuesday, March the 5th. Nick Couser's here of the Artist Exchange. He finally did a show. I seen it. Yeah. Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. I'm sorry. Shut up, Nate. I was getting ready to go over something in my head, and I couldn't spit it out. But it's not on the paper. That's what I was saying.
You already ready?
I had a doctor's appointment, and I wanted to talk about myself for a second because I went to the doctor's Friday, and it wasn't really good news. So that's why I'm so down. Right. You could turn your mic on so they can hear you. I don't think it's on. Damn it. I can't hear you though. So how's it on? What? Nate, stop. I can't hear you. That's what I'm talking about. No. Is it on? Did you hit the switch? Aldo, is her mic on? Aldo, is her mic on? Say something again now?
Again.
Nope. Never heard of you. And I can't keep holding the show up for you. So like I was saying, I went to I had a doctor's appointment.
You pregnant?
Not this week. Excuse me. You need to shut your mouth sometimes. And that's why I'm a little bit down, you know, because they told me I had 50 more years to live. So
50 more, meaning he's 50. You got that? Yeah, you see that? 50 more.
50 more years?
As in you're already 50.
No. They said I had 50 more.
50 years to live.
No, because that's exact.
Well, I mean, you're already 50.
I'm not trying to be exact. That's none of your business. Just know I'm old enough to buy alcohol.
How old? How many times over are you?
Yes, it's your choice. You can. It's your choice.
I said 50.
Sure. Let's go with that. We got a good show though. Don't worry about all this other stuff. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things like testicle dipping.
I'm busy on that segment.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I wrote down Jesse, but I don't really have a lot to go with on that. So that's going to be like a real short, brief story. So we'll just run through that real quick. The Walmart greeters. Then we're going to talk. Definitely one of the top stories of today is Jacqueline Smith. in her murder. HIV, Grand Central. I'll leave those together. I don't know why I had to do those together.
Because you get
Your father. BPD, planting guns. BPD being in Baltimore Police Department, they've been planting guns. Javante Davis. Michael Jackson. I didn't watch the documentary, but we can talk about that. I'm sure somebody else did, maybe. I don't know. And ground beef, and then we got number 45. So we got all that stuff to get over to, and we're a little bit late, so we got to get through that in the next hour and 40 minutes. That's a lot of stuff to cover. So let's get started. The first thing I want to start with is, matter of fact, let me get the comments open too. The phone lines are open here at 410. Nate, what's the phone number? I don't do this often, I guess. Oh, it's on the screen. 410-702-5657. So you can give us a call whenever you're ready, and we can deal with what you got going on too. I do want to know that springtime is coming. It's just around the corner, like less than 15 days, and it'll be spring. I know everybody in this room can't wait. I know I can't wait because it's freaking freezing in here. So, Nate. Oh, and I do have something for Nate, too, education-wise. You know, that's something that's happening in the state that you might like.
unless it's benefits.
I said you might like it, so I don't know. Oh, and we're going to talk about Park Heights.
Where you from?
T1215.
Where you from?
Nigga, who you talking to? You from Park Heights, Monique? He looking in this direction, but I think he's talking to you.
You said you lived in Park Heights.
No, I said my grandmother did.
Okay, so you spent the summer there.
Sucker's an individual all day long. I hate that word.
Suck.
Your mic's not on.
It is on.
Are you sure?
I'm about to say Glenn.
Or maybe it's just.
Your hearing's gone.
No, you're very, very low.
Can you hear me?
See, I hear that very loud. Maybe if
I'm
you.
right here. I'm right. You can hear it.
I don't even. I want the highest sound out there
Hello?
in the
Hello?
atmosphere.
Memphis is tired. But we still have a show though.
I know, but we got to go to break. I just wanted to get that out there because we got to come back for the long segment, and we're going to start with Jacqueline Smith when we come back. So this was just a waste of time. I mean, not waste, but this is just an explanation of what the show is going to be about in the future. So you get ready. So we're going to take this break, then we come back, and we'll continue the discussion. I can't wait to go to Punta Cana, though. Punta Cana? It's my home.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause, I want money, let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
White keys only have this bitch jumping.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rub.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Work them old, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. If you playing for you gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Mary, just us, we chill.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright, welcome to always get to stuff when...
Welcome back.
I'm not putting nobody else on.
We back.
I'm keeping all my resources to myself. Hello.
You sound a little bit angry about that.
I'm not angry.
Yeah, did I
it's
need
just
case and everything for your new phone?
No, that's the same case. I actually need a new case. Because this one's starting to get a little...
That's what I mean. That's a new case. That's what I just asked.
That's the same case.
And the new phone fit in the same case?
Who said I got a new phone?
You did. When you came in, you said you just got a 7.
No, I said that's how I got this phone. It's not new.
Oh, that is a 7, though?
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm just saying, that's how I got it. I shop around and get discounts. I call companies.
My phone was free.
It should be. I mean, you hooked for it, so.
I what?
Aren't we on live?
We are live, but I want to know what you just said.
I have a public service announcement. Please teach your children about defamation. Defamation is the action of damaging the reputation of someone. Slander, libel, meaning I can sue you. Teach them about inappropriate touch. Because some of us, because of our children being raped and molested and such, we have taught them any type of touch is inappropriate, which is incorrect. Because touch is a basic human need. All people need to be touched. There's scientific proof of that. Teach them what bullying is. That's also a liable, illegal thing for them to do that they can be sued or charged with. And you need to teach them why you send them to school. Now, you may send them to school because you need a babysitter, because, you know, your food stamps don't cover certain things, or your social services don't cover certain things.
Defamatory. That was defamatory.
But I had a comma to it. Or you can't afford to send them to private schools, so you send them to public schools to be watched. I don't get paid to babysit your child. Babysitters get paid much more than I do. I am a teacher. I teach your child the importance of reading, performance, theater, and speech. And then there are plenty of other types of teachers that should send your child to school to be taught by. And none of those things are what your child actually comes to school to do. So that's my public service announcement. I think you should talk to your children. If you don't know, call me.
Now, if you have any issues with what he said, you can email The Artist Exchange
Radio Show at gmail.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show at gmail.com.
And
because don't call me.
My professional email address is scenework, and that's SCENEWURK at gmail.com. That's where my teacher emails go to. But you can send it to either, and I can teach you so you can teach your child, so your child isn't a distraction, a disruption, or disrespectful. 3 D words to their teachers and those people that you put them in the care of between the hours of, say, 7:45 and 3 p.m. for most students. Thank you. That's all I had to say. I was going to write that as a Facebook post, but my principal on my page and all, so I don't want him to think I'm just talking about
I just shared the show to your page. Ain't that some stuff?
It's fine. I just can't write it. I can say what the hell I want to say.
You sure can. I mean, it's America. I mean, for right now.
I just can't write it on Facebook.
Until it becomes Trumpica.
I mean, it's already there. It's already been there. He's just legally the president now.
Oh, you saying he's not leaving?
He is. He's thinking about running for a second term because you all have given him.
That was a no-brainer. You know he was there.
No, he wasn't, because he never talked about it. But now
right,
he's
because he
talking
don't
about
have to, because everybody's already in his pocket.
They not. He's actually reversed. But now he's gotten confident.
No, his support system has never dwindled, which is the problem.
But his support system is not the majority.
And they weren't the majority in the election last time.
It wasn't, and that's why he didn't win the popular vote.
Continue to still
and
be in there.
And he didn't win the popular vote.
It's very possible that he could easily still be in there.
If somebody like you continue to say things like that.
No, I mean, it has to be said. I mean, he got in there.
Well, if you start rounding up those convicts,
if I change my speech,
those convicts that you hang around,
so many once again,
those convicts which you hang around.
Once again, we got all these people that are crowding the field, and no full front runner right now. We wasted a whole bunch of time with all these people talking about they're going to do this and do that. Now we got the Democratic Party right at this moment being divided by who wants to give out free health care, who doesn't.
Well, we already get free health care, so
who do that?
It's free health care out there.
Where?
Out in the world.
Out in the world?
Yeah.
I'm talking about here in America.
It is. It's free health care. There's plenty of people that got free health care now.
They poor.
Well, it's free health care. You didn't say who it goes to.
My health care is not free.
Mine either.
It is. Don't you get your glasses for free?
Right, but I had to pay for my plan first.
You pay your copay.
But you work, so technically your job pays for it. Technically, but
not everybody's job pays for their health care, though. You got to realize that some people might offer you a plan, but you don't pay for it. You pay for it with a payroll deduction.
Well, you wouldn't have that money.
That's just because the way I work at my health care might be paid for, but that's because I chose the correct employer.
Okay.
For me,
it's still free.
For me,
it's still free.
For me,
it's still free. I'm just saying.
You're not saying anything, though. That's what I'm saying. You haven't.
Whether you have a job that helps you pay for your insurance, or whether the government supplements your insurance, it's still paid for, and you have it. If you don't have health insurance today, for whatever reason, it's your own stupidity. Next.
No, it's not next because
It
I don't
is.
like that. I don't like how you ended that. How is
It's-
that your own stupidity, Nate?
It is,
Because
because there
you're
are
working
tons
for an
of-
employer that does not offer health.
But there are tons. It's still a whole. If you live in Maryland, if you live in any
Health
state,
exchange.
you have a health exchange that's available to you.
That's
Whether you're
not free.
whether it's free or discounted, it's still available to you, and it's still free to you because then if it's discounted, somebody is paying alongside you. So go get
And
health
the ones that are
insurance.
not discounted?
You have a job to be able to afford it.
Hey, that sounded so stupid.
It's
I can't
not.
believe that even came out your mouth that people can afford health care and pay for their bills.
Have you gone to the exchange?
I have.
So
When we
if
first
you
started
make
them.
under a certain amount, you have either discounted or free
And some of them,
insurance.
if you got 4 kids, some of them are not
See,
available
now,
to you.
now you're including given circumstances that you caused. Because your children are covered regardless.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, they are.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, they are.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
I mean,
they
if you
are.
have a full-time job where
Mhm.
you are making 40 grand, let's say 40 grand a year, they're not necessarily covered in the
Yes, they
exchange.
are.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Go read it over again. Yes, they are.
Why are
covered.
they automatically covered?
Yes, they are.
Why?
All children under the age of
Depends on how many people in
18.
the household.
Right.
Say that again.
Depends on the household size. I did the training when it's.
It depends on the household size.
Right, you would have to make over 90,000 for you and your 4 children not to be covered by the health exchange. So that's an excuse that people give because they pick the first 2 tiers. Whatever they see first,
No, the
that's
reason
what
why
they
I'm bringing
go
this
for.
up and I'm saying it that way because I just went through this with one of my employees who could not qualify because she arranged out of family. And she had to go to the exchanges. And
But it could help
all
her.
those plans in there were $300 per person. Even the child. The child was $169. I'll give
That
you that.
means she
the
not.
child was
That means she's
$169,
not.
but hers was
declaring
$300.
income. That means she either put income on there that she's not getting, or she's declared income. Well, she didn't declare income that they picked up on. So if she's getting child support, or she's getting like a SSI check for any of those students, or I said students, but children. Well, they students. Children, they're still qualifying for a certain level of insurance. The children on their own, outside of your income.
But I'm still having a problem with the fact that you said she was stupid for having 4 kids.
Well, if you can't afford them.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
This
is one discussion I will never have with anybody.
Won't be a mistake.
Right.
I mean, no, because what if she had all the affordation?
You don't know the
of it?
circumstances.
Yeah, and the circumstances have changed.
If you
and now
can't-
she had to take a lower paying job or whatever the case may be, or she's right at that bracket where everything is put on her. Again, you still got to realize that she still has to try to get college together, all these other kind of expenses. And how are you going to say when living in America
College
that this is her
expenses?
stupidity for creating a family?
I didn't see you're putting those words
No,
in
I
my
didn't
mouth.
put that word in your
You
mouth.
were-
You said
did,
her
'cause you-
stupidity. That was your word.
I said given circumstances. Those are
Right,
personal
right, but you
given
didn't understand her
circumstances.
circumstances.
No, but those still are personal
But you called her
circumstances.
stupid before knowing her circumstances.
If you have children that you can't afford, I think that is stupid. I didn't say the person was stupid.
she might
I
have-
think
like
it's
you said,
stupid
it
to
could've
have children
changed.
that you can't afford.
But again, the circumstances could have made it different. That's what I'm saying. The choice of
Which
word
would be? What's the circumstances?
that she may have got fired, or
Anything.
There are plenty. So if she got fired, that means there's no income. Meaning she
meaning
can get free
that if she got
insurance.
fired, that she would have went on unemployment, and then she still wouldn't have qualified because she would have still been making the max.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No. I just went through a whole workshop for this.
No, I'm talking personally now because when I
But I
did
just
it
went through
and
a
I
whole
left my
workshop for
job,
that.
I could not qualify for unemployment.
And why couldn't
I
you?
could not qualify for medical assistance.
Why couldn't you?
Because I was making the max at unemployment.
And they figured that because you had money in your savings account,
Right.
and you had all these
But you
different
couldn't take my
investments.
considerations that I had a mortgage.
Okay.
And the max is $600
Okay.
for every 2 weeks. So that's $1,200. So after my mortgage, after I paid all my household bills, where is this insurance money coming from?
Your savings account.
Then you won't
They
have
don't
no
know about my
savings.
savings account.
They
They don't
do.
know if I had a savings account or not.
They
did not know
run
that.
your system.
They did not know that.
They do. They run your account.
No, they did
do.
not know that.
But they run your account. I'm telling you, they run your social security
Unemployment
number.
does not run
They
my
run
bank
your
account. No, they don't.
They run your social security number.
They know that's fine, but that doesn't tell them what is in my bank account.
It don't. But the fact that you have an open account.
But you
That
use your
means nothing.
savings, then you don't have a
Again,
savings
you're still
account.
trying to defend it, to make this definitive based
I'm not
off of the money
defending
that I
them.
have. If I had a bank account and it said $0, that means I still have $0.
But if I have a bank account where it's money there and I use it for health insurance, then it's going to be zero anyway. So I still
Either
have
way,
to
you're
have
going
a
to get back
savings
down to
account.
zero. So how are you affording this health care?
So
once
once
again,
you get to zero, then there's an open exchange that you can go and get free insurance.
now I'm going
from.
back to the exchange where I couldn't get on medical assistance. Now I got to still go find some money to pay for an exchange.
You don't have to pay for it.
The exchange
If you
is
have
not
zero-
free.
if you
It's
don't-
still based off of your qualifications. Income, exactly. I don't have. What did you just say?
And
We have no
you
income.
don't have no
Once I
income-
paid all those bills,
But if
where
you
am I
don't
going to get
have
this money
any
from?
income, that means you are put into the free category. Because after $24,000, under $24,000, $24,000 and below, that qualifies you for free health insurance. Anything over $24,000, I think they start counting how many people are in your household.
See,
Y'all gonna make me look at this.
Yeah, because you need to go look at this because I don't believe
I'ma
this
look
24
at
this
this
free
one. I'm
thing
telling you.
on the exchanges.
It
I've never
is.
seen a free plan on the exchanges.
It is if
They
you
would,
would-
I've seen somebody get a $20 plan.
No,
but that was
Why
the
it's
base
so
minimum. You
tricky.
really
you're-
wasn't getting anything.
If you're working and you make over 24,000, I think it's 24,000 and maybe 22,000. If you make, I believe it's 24,000 now. If you make over 24,000, then you have to pay towards your insurance. And then after, I forgot the next cap, then you have to start paying. Then you're in the next category where you now have to start paying. But over a certain amount, you pay a percentage of
Either way, look, we gotten off track because my point
I
was
forgot what
either
you said.
way, we were talking about the candidates, not whether you get health care or not. We
Yeah,
got
but they
candidates on
making
both
this, they
sides.
making those
One
arguments,
saying
not
that
knowing
they're gonna
all
give
those
you universal
different
health care or free universal health care and try to make college free.
But
and
you
then
know,
the other ones are
circumstances
saying
can surely
now, and when I say the other ones, I'm talking about Bernie Sanders. Is that his name, Bernie Sanders?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Who's changed his stance a little bit.
He did, because he's trying to go against, be as separate from Hillary Clinton as he possibly can be.
Who wasn't for universal health care, but he was.
He was. But now he's adding like his just because or stipulations to it because he wants to go against what's already out there.
I just don't understand why it just can't be free based on the fact that we pay into Medicare.
Well, see, universal health care.
Because you don't have to make it universal and make it free for me. Because if I'm paying Medicare, I am putting money into the system.
Yeah, but everybody's not able to do that.
No, I don't understand it. That's for the low income.
Right.
I'm talking about people like me in particular, that if I'm already paying into this process,
then you should be
why
able to get
shouldn't
from
my health care already be covered?
Well, that's now Social Security that you're speaking about.
No, I'm talking about Medicare, not
No,
Social Security.
I'm
That's two different topics.
No, it's not.
It is. Social Security
But
is a
listen, can I
deduction,
finish
and
my
Medicare
thought?
is a deduction.
I'm finished my thought. Let me
Psycho.
finish my thought. Because that's how Social Security came to be. You're paying towards something. So eventually, it's not you paying yours directly. You're paying for people who are low income and people who are older. So now it's starting to shift like Social Security. They're going to do the same thing with health care. So you're not paying for your own health care. You're paying for somebody that's elderly, that's totally disabled, and that's young. That's who you're starting to pay for. But what's happening now, like Social Security, people in the well, I'm not going to say necessarily millennial, but millennial and then Generation Z and all that, they're not working the way people in your age range, right? They're not working towards anything where they're paying towards FICA and they're paying towards these government money pots. They're not doing that anymore. Everybody got their own business, working under the table, getting cash at. Nobody's working towards paying. So it's paying for the person behind you or in front of you, really, the person in front of you. So nobody's doing that anymore. So now, like Social Security, it's being sucked up. And the same thing's going to happen to the healthcare system.
Where you get your numbers from about Social Security, because Social Security is still in the black. By trillions of dollars.
No, but that's the... Well,
and it's not saying it's still growing.
Well...
It is.
Right now, we can say that right now, because enough of our parents are still working. Well, you know, in your age range, they're still working. And then there's enough millennials that's working. But now the trend is not to be paying your taxes, not to be paying into a system. I'm gonna make my own little Facebook company, and nobody's paying taxes towards it. So that safety net that was there.
If I was running for president, my suggestion would be for fixing the problem is, yes, we need that pool for Medicare for the low income, but the people that are paying for Medicare as a working as an employed individual, that's your insurance pot. That's your coverage.
Well, technically, yes, but I think a lot of these businesses are making it harder because they're not putting into that pot, which is making you have to pay more.
Well, they do put into that pot. They have to. That's not something you can choose.
Yeah, but a job that you have now,
you have to match FICA.
Yeah, but this job that you have now, but people that's coming,
every job, every employer has to match FICA. If they run you a payroll check.
But listen, right now, a lot of jobs now are asking you now, do you have your own insurance? And they're using that as a determinant factor.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about FICA.
That's what I'm just putting everything in one category because a lot of businesses now are getting over by hiring certain populations of people. The type of job that you have now is disappearing. Those types of jobs aren't widespread anymore unless you
is actually kind of boosting. You know, everybody wants to work for a nonprofit at this point, and nonprofit industry is actually exploding. Yeah. So,
like you said,
right, but right now it's technically not.
I don't think anything.
Yeah, but look at the pay scales. Everybody's not coming and making a certain amount of money anymore because everything is based off of grants and nonprofit. So it still has to depend if your industry is a popular industry, which your industry is, because they're always trying to put people in jail.
Shut up.
So that industry, I'm just being honest. Those industries will always be that way. And then everything else is trending. All the other types of nonprofits are trending. Right now, arts is a popular one, or you know, political organizations. That's another popular one that's based on where we are. But a lot of the companies are not really, they're hiring practice because the top 20% of the people are getting paid and then everybody else is volunteer. So it's not really fair. And a lot of the companies that you're in right now, they're kind of dying off or getting smaller. And then making most of their employees volunteer or intern. That's another
you have a comment.
We got a comment.
Okay, so this comment says, I just want to say I work and make good money. I have 5 children and a husband. Every sick visit is $40. Every emergency room visit is $200.
So if your premium, so the thing is, I think your premium, if you pick the lowest premium, that means
your out of pocket is more.
Yeah, you have to pay more, and then the vice versa. Yeah. So if you stop trying to lower your premium,
but see, here's another point, a counterpoint to you, what you said about the exchange, because what?
No, I was saying, can you hear me?
I could not hear you.
Okay, well, we're getting ready to go into the break.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Now?
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes. Okay.
You said the exchange.
Another counterpoint to what you were saying about the exchanges. All those exchanges, they still have. Damn, I can't think of the word.
Guidelines.
The
caps.
Yes, the out-of-pocket caps.
Yeah, but so the exchange that you're speaking of is if you have a job and you're working and you're making over $24,000.
No, I'm talking about like stuff like surgeries. You still got to pay for that. That's not included in your exchange.
Ambulance.
if you're in your side of the exchange. So I'm gonna tell you. So the exchange part,
they're gonna send you that bill.
So the exchange part, because the ambulance is always separate.
No, not in mine. Ambulatory is in my policy.
But that's yours.
No, but mine is the standard. That's what I'm trying to say.
The health exchange
for universal insurance. Mine would be the standard that you're trying to reach.
Right. So
what I'm saying is, in exchange, there is still a lot of stuff that is wrong with why you're not getting universal insurance, and you should. So if you're, back to the candidates, if you're double-siding this, what are you trying to prove to us? That's what I'm saying. There's a plethora now.
Well, they're not trying to
prove, up to like 14, 15 candidates.
But they're not trying to prove anything to you. They're trying to get as many people on their
that's
side.
What I'm saying. But if you're trying to get as many people on your side and you got 15 candidates, now we're divided again, and that's where the problem lies. That's what I'm saying.
That's every
because we started this conversation by you saying something about what I was saying about 45.
Yeah.
And he possibly could win. All those people are divided amongst 15 different people. He can possibly win because his people are not going anywhere.
Yeah,
he has all his people in one bucket. We are spread across 15 different people.
Yeah, but a lot of those people, because they're Democrats, they go ahead to pick one Democrat, and maybe a couple of them are going to be Green Party.
I start making any assessments. If we're down to one person, we still don't even know Joe Biden is going to run. I'm not voting for Joe Biden, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said he's going to run.
I might go
for Joe Biden. They still go. Because the last time I heard on Monday, he was still thinking about it.
No, because he doesn't have to come out.
His health ain't good enough, is it?
He almost 80.
Yeah,
his wife said he gave him the go, but he still said he needed more time.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to come out like the rest of them do. Because we don't know.
Because he already has his base.
Right.
But again, his base is still going to be divided. The Democratic base is still going to be divided amongst 15 people.
Yeah, but a lot of these people
and that's
that
what
are
happened
running
with the Hillary Bernie situation, because his people was divided whether they won. The people that he had on his side said they would never vote for him.
But see, with him,
would never vote for Hillary.
He was playing. But see, this fence thing that he's doing is not new, because he was doing that when he was running. Yeah, he was doing that when he was running against Hillary, because he kept calling himself an independent. He would not call himself a Democrat. So that's why that's why he lost, because he kept calling himself an independent and not claiming the Democratic Party. And then he kept,
but he votes more for the Democratic issues.
Right,
but still an independent.
But that's still that's confusing to people, because if you put out there that Hillary,
I myself an independent too.
Yeah,
but I vote for more for Democratic issues.
Right, but him putting it out there that Hillary stole the candidacy from him, that's impossible if you were running as an independent and she was a Democrat. So all of that he did, you forced people to say, you know what, I'm not even voting for either one of them.
Ended and we knew she was the candidate. All those people that were supporting Bernie that said, I would never, ever vote for Hillary, fell off.
Yep.
They fell off with the people that never, ever voted.
But I think a lot of that was his fault, though. Now, it was her reputation.
It was his fault, because he could have said, everybody vote for Hillary. Everybody vote for Hillary. But again, those people said they would never, ever vote for Hillary. And those people are the people that made it to TV who said they would never,
because he would have probably been her vice president.
Like what's her name? Anna Navarro, that be on CNN on The View. And she'd be a co-host on The View sometimes. She, the Republican, oh, we got to go to break. I heard you a little bit that time. We'll be right back.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah, but you always like somebody. You can't cover every city in this city and town in this.
All you need is a tour bus. And you just get on the road.
You is not gonna get on no fucking tour bus.
Yes, I would have.
Because you gonna have
a bus with the 2 floors.
You gonna have to stop in every fucking hotel just to use the bathroom.
I know, and I'm right there. And we gonna have a rally
in the bathroom by the hotel.
At every hotel, we gonna have a rally. Welcome back to the show. We still talking political right now.
As soon as you stop that bathroom, you gonna be like, no, I'm done.
I'm not using the bathroom on the bus. So we will stop at every hotel for that.
Add to tower.
That's what Whoopi do. You know, she don't like taking planes, so everywhere she go, nobody can use a bathroom on the bus.
But you not gonna want to use the bathroom.
No, I'm the only one that can use the bathroom on the bus.
But you want after the first time, you go hear that stuff splashing in the bottom, like no, you know.
I know my room is gonna be all the way in the back. the bathroom gonna be.
It sounds like a good plan.
Look, why am I playing about political run? I'm not running for nothing. Nothing.
Cause they gonna find a certain person in your background. Be like, no.
Who's the certain person in my background?
Say hi to him. He looking. He right there. Go say hi.
He know who you are. I know no one, and I want nothing to do with anyone.
Oh well, everybody, somebody.
And let's move on. I don't know no niggas.
Yeah, everybody is somebody.
There's a recall on ground beef, and hopefully it's not in your area. I did want to get everybody know that this was due to the shutdown, and the agricultural people was not working right. Everybody at the FDA was not doing nothing to keep you protected from these people putting stuff in your food. So apparently, 30,000 pounds of ground beef was contaminated. They said they learned that extraneous materials could be commingled with the beef.
Meaning feces
or bones,
the bacteria,
sharp edges like glass, like last week the story with the glass. And what was that in? It was glass in.
It was the Boston Market.
Boston Market meals. Yes.
I remember because I'm thinking about
So it says the newly recalled beef was produced on December the 27th, right in the beginning of the shutdown. Okay, so everybody line this up. And it says, and it has a use by date of January 20th at the end of the shutdown.
Yeah.
So that's how you can relate that back to 45. Officials are worried that consumers might have stored some of this beef in their freezers. So they want y'all to go in there and check your freezers and pull this stuff out. So here's a list of products that are being recalled. I don't know any of these. That's why I don't think this is affecting us in this area. Double R Ranch 100% ground beef with 90% lean. I'm not going to do all that. So and St. Helens 100% ground beef. I've never heard of those brands. So my brands always say Great Value, Walmart.
That's probably those Aldi.
I got mine from up the street. Street Smart, Halal, mine said.
Price Right, you know, Safeway.
Price Right, watch them. You gotta watch all of them all.
You gotta watch all of them.
Exactly. But
I don't buy nothing that look bad. So that's.
But they might be restaurant brands. So you thinking about stuff that you would have bought.
You know, it's interesting.
But think about them restaurants.
Right.
Taco Bell.
Restaurants will feed you anything.
The article doesn't actually say anything about who to turn your food over to if you find some miscellaneous glass or something in it. So I would just call it FDA.
And see, right there, that's not really you. Like, put out the specific information for the specific companies, not these random calls, because right, because you're creating hysteria
amongst specific companies.
Yeah, but people don't know those brands, so they think
that's why you got to go to your freezer and get your fat ass up and stop making your hamburger.
But the average person
and look at what I just said to you.
People who read beneath the bylines will get that, but most people
you've already consumed.
I'm giving you all the damn information. If you're not,
but people don't read.
What the hell am I doing here? I can go home. It's fucking freezing in here.
People don't read. They don't read, so all they hear is recall on ground beef. They don't hear what company. People don't.
Double R in St. Helen. I don't think she over here on the East Coast.
This week, grab a pack and keep it moving. And that's just a stool brand.
And I'm telling you, those are probably restaurant brands.
Probably.
And
have fun eating that carry out, because I don't do that. All I like is French
fries. Taco Bell.
All I like is French fries.
Yeah.
You know, ground beef
with bacon on it.
That's McDonald's.
That's look at her, she know. Fat ass.
Got some?
A police advocacy. I need some chewing gum. That's how I can talk better.
I think I might have
some. No, that make it worse.
No, actually it doesn't.
Because it's gonna make your mouth
I said
juicy.
it doesn't. A police advocacy group has asked the Trump administration to modify the Baltimore police consent decree.
Nope.
And I think, you saying nope, but I think it's going to happen. Because, he likes to undo stuff that had anything to do with the Obama administration.
Nope.
Just like today, what he did. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That he reversed the executive order for mentally ill being able to purchase handguns.
Yeah, well, that had already been on the table, so they voted it through.
No, it didn't vote through. He signed the executive order and pushed it through today.
So some crazy fucker.
This is meanwhile, I'll take it. Meanwhile, this is while, the Democratic leadership is. You didn't want any gum, remember? You can't talk.
I'm not talking. This is your show. Sharing is caring. Now you
like I was saying, meanwhile, the leadership, the Democratic leadership in the House of Representatives is trying to push through gun control. And then he goes and does this.
People getting shot in their face at concerts.
I just don't understand why you would let that will be a thing that you would want to do.
Why?
It's to make it easy.
Because he didn't read it. He just read the top of the page, Obama. And he said, reverse that.
Right.
Like he's not reading anything. And nobody's telling him anything. Nobody's saying nothing to him. They just trying to push their agenda. Like, here's another Obama bill. You want to take a look at this? That's crazy. Like, and there's people out here that's defending him. Like that stupid Meghan McCain. I want somebody to just trip her.
She irritates me.
I want her to go get a manicure and trip and bust her forehead when she's getting off the chair. That's what I want. I'm sorry, God.
I don't like her facial expression.
I don't like her face.
Me either.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
I don't.
Both of you, actually. Do y'all have issues with socialism?
No.
I really don't, because
like communism, Like communism, it sounds good on paper. It's just the application of it that is the problem. So the idea that everybody makes the same amount and you have to put in for this person that doesn't have enough, like that sounds great on paper. But the application of it, somebody's going to find a way to take more than what they deserve. And it's not, I think socialism gets a bad rap because it's about helping people that don't have. But there's a reason that a lot of people don't have, and it's because of the people who have. So that people who have don't want to get rid of what they have, and they know they selfishly obtained it. So therefore, socialism is bad. Communism is bad. Communism, right, communism, it creates a system, like communism, it creates a system that is fair. So this teacher doesn't start making more than this teacher for no apparent reason.
Right.
So if I have more time, then maybe, yeah, I can elevate.
Get closer.
Right. But I can't come in the door making more than you. And it creates a fairer system and a fairer level of competition versus people just being able to stockpile money off the back of people who already don't have. And it's harder for these people. That's why I don't subscribe to the notion of going to a trade school, because you're training people to work for other people versus allowing them a system of learning how to build their own businesses. Now, everybody can't be the boss, but at some point you can have your own if you rotate in the system enough. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know your opinion on socialism.
Do you agree with socialism?
I actually do.
That's interesting. Because normally owners of a business don't really subscribe to that.
I want everybody to receive.
I can believe that.
Because that helps you.
It do. I mean, because it makes a double standard when you say we live in the richest country in America, in the world,
and, it's only
and we all broke,
10%.
and we all poor, and we all struggling, and that's not rich.
No, it's not. Well, we still are the richest, but they fail to say it
as far
that
as
is only this group.
As far as what
resources
the government has, we are rich.
Even the government is relatively poor. That's why they're stealing from people. That's why they latching on the special interest groups that's feeding them money, like pharmaceutical and tobacco and all those different organizations. But we technically, the government, they don't make much money. Well, the leadership honestly doesn't make a lot of money. They just have resources and they have like residual income. Like
and
they get
money
health
from the lobbyists and
exactly
like that. Right.
That supplement their income. Like our mayor here makes the least. Well, she's not at the bottom, but she's in the middle compared to the other officials in this city that she helps to keep in office.
Never knew that.
Like, that's crazy, yeah. Like, Merlin Mosby makes more than Al Mayor does. That's why she don't like her ass.
I never knew that.
That's why they don't like her.
Well, she don't work for her. That's what I mean. That's also.
I'm just saying, but they are part of the city government here. Or, the city government here.
She's a state's attorney.
Yeah, well, it's still on a city level.
She's a state's attorney for the city.
Right. But she makes more than the actual mayor does.
I didn't know that. That's why nobody don't like Ronald.
Well,
I like her.
I do. I love her. They think she's arrogant and pompous.
Y'all better start liking her. Y'all can smoke.
Yeah, because she ain't going to prosecute.
No, that doesn't mean you won't get arrested.
Right, that just means she's not going to prosecute.
Right.
No, but that's still a legitimate claim to smoke. You might get arrested, but you won't get prosecuted.
Not in Baltimore.
You're going to get released. You're going to get your citation, and you're still going to get released.
Did you see The Raven?
No.
Oh, see, I got to call him Monday night.
What Raven?
The Raven, the guy, the Ravens player. They locked him up here. Let him eat in his car.
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about now.
And he tried to blame the other dude. The other dude tried to say it was his.
Dummy.
Both of them tried to blame each other. Everybody smoking.
And that's the fake ass friend, because this is your money bag. How the fuck you thought you afforded it?
Wasn't a friend at all.
Right.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Walmart is getting rid of the door greeters.
I saw that.
Thankful. Thank you.
Wow.
Because they be acting like they own the place.
But that's the good people's job for the people, the old
that's
people.
Disabled or, you know.
Okay.
But they doing away with that.
That can't do other jobs and they need the money. Nate, where is your heart today? First people are stupid, now you want them to go broke.
First of all, those are not my words.
Heart. God damn.
Those are not my
Where's
words.
your Christmas spirit?
I don't like the door greeters.
You don't?
I don't.
I like the creators.
Yeah, they there to check your bags, make sure you're not stealing.
Well, I'm not
And they
stealing
there to
out
say
of
hi.
a store. I'm not stealing out of a store. And you're creating like the bike
You
lanes
might not be, but
Apollo.
me is.
Show.
Well, if they
show the receipt.
But if they are hiring actual security individuals, they won't have that problem.
But
Those
they get them
people do
people
not
a
have
job.
security clearance. They don't.
No, they
And they're not there to apprehend you either. They're there to make sure everything that you
Yeah, but
purchase
if
is
I
bad.
run past them, what the fuck they gonna do?
Oh,
They're there for
police
no
officer is
reason.
sitting right there at the door.
Not in all of them.
Oh,
But that was a good job for them. To
Okay.
check your items.
They could be
Hello, welcome to
cashiers.
Walmart.
They could be a cashier.
I don't know what they're replacing them with because they still
I
going to be
think they
somebody
said
there.
something about it's going to be too much heavy lifting or something.
See, look at that complaining.
Heavy
Yeah,
lifting, but they got. But I
gotta
also
hear it
understand.
again. They only Something like
check
that.
it for high price
but
items.
part of it too is because customer entry has decreased a lot.
Oh, okay.
Ever since, like I told you, I used the pickup service. Ever since that service has boomed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Now that
Just pull out
when
and
you're
get
in the
what you
store,
ordered.
you can hear them over the intercoms calling people to come to the.
And
to
it's
help
not
them in
even
the,
customer pickup, but like those companies now that go to the store and get it for you.
Just like Payless. Payless closing all their stores because they're going to their online
As they
business.
should, because I shouldn't be paying $40 and $50 for a pair of shoes.
When
In
you do
Payless.
Well, they
The
should be
damn
on sale
mention
now.
We got
and Payless are like
I
almost
hear you, Aldo, but
$50.
you like very low. It's like you in the other room.
Maybe because your ears are declining.
I hear you fine now.
Because I'm right here.
Shut your ass up. We'll be back.
I'm fucking right here.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monny about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called
rough.
me a coon, but it's
coon?
like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like,
just
she was basically she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her By her hair. You know her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holiday money, honey. I don't know what this, it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holiday money, but
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright, welcome back to the show. It's Talk Lately right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're joined by Nate Couser of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
I ain't coming back no fucking more because I don't feel appreciated.
Well,
all I get out of this is a fucking piece of gum.
Enjoy, just keep chewing. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together.
His titties are booming out. So bodacious. Told him get that good bra, not them Walmart prints. He stay in Walmart. That's why we talking about Walmart.
Anyway, testicles.
That I haven't heard of that one.
Speaking of testicles.
Testicle dipping.
A Tennessee man, was jailed on felony charges after appearing to dip his testicles into a container of salsa and then serve it to a customer.
Oh my God. The salsa was nuts.
The salsa.
Okay. And that's the problem. Who was finding these things out?
The delivery driver allegedly recorded it and posted a video online saying,
where was he at doing this?
This is what you get when you give an 89-cent tip.
See,
for almost 30 minutes.
Okay,
ride.
so this is let's curve this. So I have a problem with tip culture.
Oh my God!
I have a big problem with tip cultures because one, it has a very racist beginnings.
Everything.
But let me tell you, this tip culture is getting out of hand. Your tip is dependent upon your service.
It should be, but it's not.
But it should not be your income. If you are an Uber or a Lyft driver, if you are a waiter, if you are a delivery person, your company is stealing money from you. This weekend, I had a really nice weekend, so I treated myself. I downloaded the DoorDash app, and DoorDash is just like Uber Eats or whatever, Grubhub, all those. And I decided to order from Cheesecake Factory because that's on their list. I said, okay, I'm gonna get me my chicken and biscuit dinner. I order. Now on the app, you're able to give a percentage. I don't like giving tips in my app. I don't like doing that because whatever cash I have on me, that's what I normally give tips with.
Right.
But I discovered something a minute ago using Grubhub. The drivers won't come out to you. They won't take your order and deliver it to you if you have not given them a tip because they live off the tip because these apps that have created these other type of business models in this country are getting over because they're getting, like Lyft drivers get 25% taken off the top from their fee, and then they get service fees taken out. So by the end of a $20-some drive, they got like $11
and looking at you for a tip.
And they looking at us to supplement that. Now I'm a real big component of tipping. I normally tip better when I have a little bit extra dollars, but I pay for my meal, which should have paid for your salary. Do you know most restaurateurs are not necessarily wealthy people, but they do very well in life because they have discharged you $20 for a meal where you could have went and made market and ate this meal for about 2 weeks.
True.
So they're making off well with your money because restaurateurs are no longer looking to spend 5 years trying to get a return on their money. They're getting a return that first month of service because they've made this waiter believe that it's my responsibility to tip you to supplement that $3 and some change that they give you for your salary. Now, I think legislation needs to be changed for that as well, but maybe that's just my opinion. I just have tip. That's like customer service. That's a really big thing for me, and because tip culture has become like a thing to do for people who don't want to really work a regular 9 to 5, but they need something that's a little bit more flexible where they get cash today. Like, you might as well just do a GoFundMe and just stay at home. Just do a GoFundMe and just work hard at advertising it. Like, because do I get a tip? I'm going to put a tip jar here.
You should.
I'm going to put a tip jar right on this desk. Right here.
And they can leave a tip when they finish their show.
Yeah. I'm going to leave a tip.
Well, I got a little comment. Y'all are off the hook. This is everything.
Who is that?
It's nice.
You got to acknowledge them.
I'm sorry. Lady Glory.
Lady Gloria? Oh, that's the hat lady.
Because I don't see the
She make hats. Come on back, Lady Gloria.
It say Glory.
Oh, no, I don't know her.
Lady Glory.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know her.
Ain't you so Do you know her or not?
I don't know her. Lady Gloria, I know who that is, but I don't know Lady Gloria.
Thanks for listening anyway.
It is, lady.
I'm just saying I don't know. Right. I don't know her. I'm just saying I don't know her.
That's not the right person?
No.
Oh, okay.
But she good. I just gave her a shout out. Hey. If you make hats, you should start.
Staying in the lines of food. Let's just keep moving. Staying in the lines of food, Maryland, the Maryland Senate okays a ban on all foam product containers.
Okay. So that's why a lot of companies move into the plastic.
But I live by stores.
Say that again.
That's why a lot of the chain stores are going to plastic containers now. Which is no better. And it's not.
But I do appreciate
Because they still
the
going to
plastic.
throw it out, the card.
I actually don't throw mine out.
They do around my way.
Especially like the black ones with the lid, the clear lids. I keep them.
How we use them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
what
ones
the
you get
Cheesecake
from,
Factory sent.
My favorite store. What's it called? Michelangelo? Is that it?
know what
No,
it's at.
the brand, the chain, the Italian restaurant.
Olive Garden?
No, it start with an M.
Anybody who eats from the Olive Garden, you need to be.
You don't like Olive Garden?
No.
What's wrong with it?
It's just grease and it's frozen. All restaurant food is frozen.
Olive Garden.
No,
Every
it's,
restaurant is frozen.
Macaroni Grill,
It's a
no, they gone, right?
What is it, Aldo?
I thought
The
Macaroni
restaurant
Grill
I'm talking
went out
about. It
of
start with an M.
business.
Italian
Where's it at?
restaurant in Columbia. It's my favorite. Oh my gosh. No.
I don't eat a lot of Italian food. It's real greasy.
I'm looking it up right now. Because it's going to blow me if I don't figure it
In
out.
Colombia?
Yeah.
Is it only one I know?
Maggiano's.
I heard of it, never been there.
You heard of them, but you never been there. Go.
I
It's
will.
expensive. Not really expensive, but it's expensive enough
If it's good, I don't mind them.
because they give you you get a meal there and you get to take one home.
Right.
That's how they do it.
It's similar to, I wouldn't say similar to Olive Garden. It's like a little bit above Olive Garden.
No, it's a lot above Olive Garden, but it is similar.
Yeah.
But it's a lot above because that's how they
This
do
the
it.
quality of the food.
You get an
better.
entree there and you take an entree home. That's how they work theirs out. But that's what makes the price a little bit more steep.
So you just paid for groceries for 2 weeks, and you got lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Instead of just
exactly. That's why it's good to go in groups because they got the group thing where you can get everybody will still get to take
Like a
home
family
something.
style
Yeah,
type
I don't do
but
too
they'll
many
a family
orgies
style.
though, so you can keep that.
Because you got like if you get like Alfredo, you pay for your topping.
Yeah.
But you get both on your way home. They give you one that's frozen to take home, and they put the crab meat on top or something like that. We gotta go to break, so we'll be right back. And when we come back, we are going to start talking about Jacqueline Smith on BigStosRadio.com.
They like talking about these white people. They like these.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Actually, I gotta go get me some more. I forgot we back.
I want to taste that wine that's on.
I gotta go get me some more.
My ledge. Some rolling papers.
Huh?
It's not a crime. You only be out of work for a couple of days or two.
I don't use drugs.
I use what I want to use.
What the taco meat is saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. Nate, we back. Did you not hear me when I said
I was doing a promo for Braxton Family Values. They back.
Got so many excuses with you. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We're here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Probably.
Right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Depends on how the weather is.
You're right. June 30th. December 1st started this crime spree of that equated to a murder, a lie, and a run for the border.
Sounds like the
he's a grimy dude.
Presidential election.
So here we are talking about Kevin Smith and Valeria Smith that murdered.
Where's her mom?
Allegedly murdered. I'm gonna say allegedly until the case starts, and then I start hearing the evidence. Allegedly murdered his wife, her stepmother, Jacqueline Smith. So the timeline starts like this. December 1st, Baltimore police investigate a 52-year-old woman who was reportedly stabbed to death while trying to give money to a woman who claimed she needed money to feed her baby, according to the husband's account.
Jesus.
On December 2nd, friends of Jacqueline Smith initially said they were skeptical to the story told to the police, but said they didn't doubt she was helping someone in need.
I just don't like how they put it on panhandlers. Like, I don't like that. Like, it just sounded shaky to me. It sounded shaky.
And I want to know, did they use the word panhandler?
That is the word that they used. He said that. Like, that was part of when he was on WJZ. That was part of what he said.
That's not like when somebody comes up to my window, I don't automatically wind up. Oh, hey, welcome, panhandler.
But people who heard the story didn't believe it because they didn't.
I wouldn't have believed it either if I would have been the first person to hear you say she got killed by a panhandler. That's not a common phrase.
And you were right there. And you were right there.
That was my issue. How you gonna let somebody reach in your car and do something to your husband?
Because the story was shaky because it was unclear as to if he was coming back.
I can be honest. I didn't pay attention to the story, and I didn't think.
But it's not a lot of information.
I didn't think this was going to become national news.
The biggest part of, well, the biggest chunk of information that we have is that interview that he did on, I believe that was WJZ.
And it became national news because it was so comical.
Well, it wasn't comical. It
Oh
was
no,
just,
Valeria was comical
Well, you
because
were
she was
laughing.
nodding off.
She
And
wasn't
she scratched her
nodding
stomach in
off.
one of those interviews.
She
But
did.
she
Oh,
listened
she
to
was
her
Nodded and her
She
lips
lis-
was white and just.
Let me
knew
tell you
from
about
her
this
look.
cokehead. Let me tell you about this damn cokehead.
I see
Do you
her.
know this
I saw
cokehead?
her.
I do know this cokehead.
Oh, you did
Where do you
say
know
you
this
do. I've
cokehead
never
from?
seen a day in my life.
From mutuals.
From mutuals? Mm-hmm. Circles
What
that
are
you
they
run
saying
in.
about
No, I don't run in the circle. I know the people that run in
I was
that
trying to
circle.
catch them in a lie.
But what are they saying about this chick?
They don't lie. What?
What are they saying about her?
Well, his
It's not what
friend,
they are saying about her, but I'm
Monny's
going to
friend.
tell you about her.
Monny's
Okay.
friend.
That she's a cokehead.
Monny's
She
friend.
looks like a cokehead. I mean, that's
Monny's friend who's just charged with the
No,
death of
you're not
her.
going to associate me with her being
You
her
know
friend.
her.
I know her.
That's your friend.
No.
So now that she's in trouble, that's not your
She
friend.
was never my mother.
How do you know her? Is it a family member?
You want to see something? I'm going to show you something. I can show you.
You gonna
I
show
can't
me?
show y'all.
Are
but
you
I'm gonna
at
show
the table?
you, and you'll
I
see
saw.
why this is a problem.
Okay.
She was sitting there. They was in
I
the
just
house.
need for you to just explain to me how do you know her
I'm not going to do that.
and how
because it
you saw
exposes-
her
it-
sniffing
It exposes other people.
and
then
how
there's-
you saw her sniffing.
Did you see her on that night? She
Yeah, I
was
saw her
sitting
scratching her
there.
stomach. I
But
don't
even
think she
before she
was.
snatched her stomach, she was in a nod.
I see a nod as something.
No,
more
she nodded.
drastic.
She nodded.
The girl I saw was in
She
a nod.
wasn't.
No,
nodding.
she nodded.
Her eyes weren't
And she
open.
was
She
like,
had on that
and
new,
she was
that
like,
new matte lipstick.
she pulled her shirt
That's
all
how
the
a lot of
way
girls
and
look.
White and ashy.
Yeah, I saw that. That part threw me off when she was
I
scratching.
kept
her
missing
stomach.
that. Everybody kept talking when she was scratching. That's the part.
It was
did
real
not
quick,
see.
but it was real noticeable because her stomach
But
was
look
way
at her
out.
lips. She was. Look
But
how
I think that was
Why
just
you
the
being
lipstick.
interviewed?
There wasn't no
Yeah.
lips.
Who does that?
He
If
said
you're
that.
not nodding.
No, but I can tell you when they're in, like, I had the cameras in my house when my grandmother died, and they, like, you don't real because they're talking to you for so long, and then somehow the cameras start rolling, and then you don't know when.
Her
You
father
must
is
see the
speaking
girl I
to
saw.
the camera. He is talking in the interview, and
No,
you
but I'm
rolled your
saying-
shirt up and started
Yeah.
scratching under your nipple.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he's talking about lipstick. That girl lips look like.
I
That
think
was
they
not
were-
lipstick.
I think
That was
they
not
were
lipstick.
lipstick.
That was fresh off a pipe.
I think that was just the lipstick, cause that's you don't see. I see a lot of girls walking around with that ashy lipstick on.
That
No,
was fresh
this
off
wasn't
the pipe.
lipstick.
I'm sorry.
This
That-
wasn't lipstick.
it's the same lipstick that Mimi be having on. It be like a
Don't
man.
you claim my cousin no
I haven't
crackhead.
seen it,
I did
but
not think she was crackhead.
You are not.
if you see the girl
But
we saw
the-
today, you wouldn't even be questioning about it.
But like that
Matte.
pink lipstick that she wear, it's like a matte finish.
Yeah, I wear matte finish too, but it ain't
Right.
look like
That
that
wasn't
girl.
matte.
And
does.
it's some country girls that wear the white.
Not
and
like that.
That was father should have been like, honey, lick your lips.
And all she was doing, she was nodded out.
But they don't
And she was
prepare
rubbing
you,
his
though. It's not
hand.
like this not a formal interview. They come to your house and they interview you.
It don't matter. The
And
girl
that's
was nodded.
more like that was their all call for anybody that had information. So it's not like a formal sit down Barbara Walters interview. They just come to your house.
It was formal enough that you knew you was on camera while you lift your shirt all over
She
your
don't. She's never been on camera before. Well, that she know of.
Because her eyes
She
were closed
was
and she was in her
dead
nod.
wrong.
I don't think she was nodding.
I don't think Nate
Nate,
saw
look
it.
at the video
I
again.
saw
On
it.
my
That's
page.
the only thing that's
But it
up
was a
there.
couple-
At
wasn't
1
it?
minute and 25 seconds, and she nods off.
The one
and
I
then
saw,
she
her
lifts
eyes
that
was
shirt
never
up.
open.
That's what I'm saying. Her
Her
eyes
eyes
was
was
closed.
never open.
I just think she had on. I think the way the camera was angled.
What, straight ahead? Because that's what it was
It
angled at.
wasn't. It was
I
like
can't even
up above
conversate with
them.
you.
Nate,
The
it was-
girl I saw was nodded. I can't even
I don't
have a
think she
conversation.
was
Why are you
nodding.
trying to protect this chick?
'Cause I don't
This
think
chick
she
is
was
a
I'm
junkie.
trying to tell him that it's almost not.
I
even
don't.
negotiable.
I mean, because the junkie today is different than the junkie that.
No, but
that
she
you
looked like
grew-
a junkie from
like
the
the
80s.
junkies that you grew up with.
That was a junkie from
That
the
was-
80s. That was a junkie from the 80s on that
That
interview.
girl was tore up.
I mean,
No ifs, no lipstick.
yeah, I've seen
No
that.
nothing.
This bitch is in a nod.
She.
I think she upset.
That is a nod.
Absolutely.
I think she was just upset.
She
That was her
she killed
stepmother.
her.
No, she was in a rocking nod. She's
With
in a
her eyes
rocking
closed.
nod.
I don't think she no.
She know and they trust
I
me.
think
Nate,
she just.
you don't see this
upset.
crackhead alert?
I think she was just grieving.
Grieving after she done killed her.
I always say.
I don't think
realize
she
he's
killed that
joking.
lady. I don't think she killed her. I think somebody who knew her, like she may have done something. Maybe she did something to somebody.
Look at that.
That lady ain't even know nothing about no East.
I don't think she knows.
She feeling the pain.
I know she got a
mustache. She ain't feeling a
mustache.
goddamn piece of pain. That
Did they say she was shiesty coming up? Cause she shiesty.
I think something happened.
This chick right here is feeling no pain.
I think something happened that she probably did something and somebody retaliated on her family.
She kept trying to snitch on her.
I don't think she did it though. I think it was somebody who took retaliation. She might have burnt somebody. She might have stolen something.
So you still think it wasn't them? It was somebody else?
No, I think even he look like he might be in recovery too. But I'm gonna just say to you, like, yeah, I think he might be in recovery.
But he's not right now. He's definitely sober right now.
No, he's in
That's
recovery.
why I said they sober
Yeah, but
now.
he's in recovery though. He looks like he could be in recovery.
That's cocaine.
Yeah, but she getting high, but at the same time, I think one of them did
It might not
something.
even be cocaine. That might be Molly.
Like they not telling you the truth as to where they were. You know where they were. You don't know why they were there, and they not telling that truth
because it was
because
her
it could have
birthday,
been somebody.
That's what it is. We'll find out. All right, let's continue. December the 4th, Oprah Winfrey tweets she would think twice before giving to a panhandler now. I don't know. I mean,
Oprah Winfrey.
Now you got to think. Shut up.
Supposedly killed her.
Right, because so I'm just giving a timeline. That was in the beginning.
Panhandlers on that shit.
I want her to retire from everything.
She ain't going to.
I'm tired of her.
So Smith's Church community holds a vigil for her. That was on December the 6th. On December the 15th, her family meets in Rhode Island for Jacqueline's funeral. Kevin Smith emotionally pleads to the suspect to come forward.
That's what the interview was.
But the mother said she told him, don't come near her. Don't say nothing to her.
That's what the mother said.
I saw the mother interview. And she said she told him, don't come near her. And she knew he had did something to her daughter.
But they may have been the cause of it, but I wish I could have
see if I would have known you would have said that you don't believe she was nodding off.
Because I didn't see that full interview. I just saw the second part.
That's the only one I saw.
When she was scratching her stomach. I didn't see the full interview. I just saw when she was scratching her stomach.
Like I said, I kept missing that part, but she's in
You missed that part when she lifted straight up and
after so many times I had to keep going back to see it. Everybody kept talking about it, but
here she go.
Right there. She scratched her whole stomach.
And under her boob.
The girl didn't know which.
Y'all are something else.
No, that's.
But it's gonna come out that one of them knows something, and somebody, because this is how things happen.
Nah, Nate.
So they know. No, that young lady did. One of them two did something. And that's probably where they were at. And those people knew that she was the one with the money. And they probably tried to rob that lady.
What lady?
The lady who was killed.
I think she's the one that hit the job. Before they took her down there. They wanted the insurance policy.
I don't think it was the insurance policy.
I thought that was his statement he gave.
No, because if any one of them had did it, they wouldn't have been on that. They wouldn't have been trying to do no interview. They wouldn't have been doing. They would have been too guilty to do it. He wouldn't have got on that TV doing that, but he knows who did it. There's a big difference in their personality if they did it. They don't look like they would have done that.
He did it. Because you cannot get stabbed in your torso from a roll down window. She was stabbed in her torso.
No, but it had nothing to do. Somebody did that. Did you see that? Let me see. Let me see. I can't see it. I can't see what that is. You got to pull the screen the other way. Is that sex? I'm gonna have to watch it when we go to break because I can't see that.
Watch what? It's not a video.
That's the only one I saw.
I don't see what it. I can't tell what that is.
Somebody laying sprawled out.
Is she naked?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I didn't know what I was looking at. So are you? Is this going up on your?
Who was that?
I don't know who that is. Oh, okay. Now I can see it. The light was reflecting on the screen. I couldn't see it.
Who was that?
So you know that's a girl. How you get those?
Thank you.
Your sources?
Thank you.
Are you reporting those?
Thank you.
So you can split them up and send them to the shade room.
Oh! No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put them on beexposedradio.com.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but you still share them because that's where you going to make your hits at.
You're right.
I'm just saying.
Because there's other people involved.
Revenue.
Other people involved.
That you can blur their faces out.
That I can what?
You can blur it out.
Right. But it's still identifying marks.
That has nothing to do with news.
It doesn't.
You shouldn't have put yourself in a compromise. But who's the other person?
It has nothing to do with my
Who's the other person?
I can look. Then the whole picture's gonna be blurry.
Who the other people?
Aldo said, "You know you can blur out marks."
Who's the other person or people? Stay tuned.
Fuck with it.
Oh, we're gonna be hot VXR. Come on. We need another year. Come on.
That's how. But look, I always tell people.
What?
My personal disclaimer is, I'm always watching, and you will not know when I strike.
So you the cameraman?
I did it.
No, I get information. This is what.
Is that the guest bedroom? Is that the guest bedroom?
Nate, I'm not doing this with you tonight.
Don't sleep in that guest bedroom. There's cameras in there.
Eldo cracking up. I can hear him over here.
I'm not doing this with Nathaniel tonight.
I'm the comic relief. That's what happened.
Let me continue with this timeline.
2 minutes.
We're getting ready wrapped up in 2 minutes. But we're going to finish the show with this story. On December the 27th, Mayor Pugh and the community leaders paid their respects to more than 300 lives lost to violence in 2018, including Jacqueline Smith. On March the 3rd, police hold a presser with significant developments in the Smith case. It is revealed it was not a panhandler who killed Smith. So this is the information that the police are given. And the story had been made up by her husband, Keith. So Keith
he knows what happened.
And the daughter, Valeria.
He knows what happened.
He did it.
I don't think he did it. Like it would he wouldn't have done that. That sounds like a drug deal gone wrong. That don't sound like that.
So I've heard different things. The one thing that I can remember at the moment is that it was for the insurance money.
I thought that was the statement.
That's an easy thing to say. 2 crackheads trying to get insurance money. That's too easy. That wouldn't have. I mean, you're not gonna get anything like that, especially when somebody is killed. That's gonna be put into question.
Automatically. Why run? If that's the case, if somebody else did it, and you may have been a part of it, why run?
Because you would rather go to jail than for the people who did that to catch you. Because if they catch you, you're gonna die. So I'd rather.
But now you're being charged with it, so you're either way. You're going. One of them is going to prison for life.
Yeah, but in jail or out of jail, they're going to snitch and tell who really did it.
But if you watch some of those interviews,
again, why run if they were going to catch you?
Because then they're going to die. That's why people don't snitch.
They're still going to die.
They don't know nobody.
No, they going to spend y'all.
That was him.
Again, right.
Her.
It's easy to say that because that's the ghetto point of view. I'm saying that is a drug deal gone wrong. There's no way that they were in that neighborhood and some panhandler or somebody just randomly did it. I don't even think they did it. I think they know who did it.
No, because see, here's where I'm coming at it from this. I believe Sister Girl Nardoff.
I think the husband did it because if you watch one of the interviews morning,
I don't think they did it.
Had everything to do with this. Sister Nardoff.
She is the reason behind it, but you can't. I'm telling you,
over at
you're
East
going to
Baltimore,
find out who
when
really
them people
did
lived
it.
in Aberdeen, had everything to do with this.
if you see the first interview, she's gonna be saying
Sister Nardoff.
She's gonna be saying they came from one
So you said she killed someone else?
I'm not saying that.
Are you saying
Are
she
you
killed someone
alleging
else?
that?
I'm asking you. Are you saying
Nardoff,
that?
we gotta go to break, but Sister Nardoff did this. I'm telling you.
Are you saying she's done
We'll
this
be right
before?
back. will be, right?
Are you connecting it to another story?
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough, show enough, she couldn't. Keep the feels so from me, I know she couldn't.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You gotta wait for the conviction before you release the paperwork, babe.
It's a hot story right now.
When you get convicted and you can't come get me. Because you know where I live. That's when you release it. Oh, you go to prison for 20 years? Uh-huh, here you go. All this coke. This is what you...
Let me see the pictures.
Snorting. You had all these lines.
So how do you know her? Has she been here before?
No. Again, I told you, I know people that know people that know people. And
I don't think it's that many
circle
people.
Of coke snorters.
Coke snorters.
And you know, once you start snorting coke,
I don't know that.
You're going to start going
No.
to the harder stuff. Keep getting harder and
I
harder
don't
and
know
harder.
that. Sorry, I've never smoked anything
No, I'm just
in my
telling
life.
you.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm letting you know
Okay.
that if you start smoking coke, you're going to
'Cause
want
you
something
know.
stronger.
Okay.
And that's how it works when you're addicted to drugs.
And it all started with smoking cigarettes. It's a gateway.
No,
It
it's
is.
not.
'Cause then you start
Smoking cigarettes does not say, you know what, I want something stronger. Let me go do this line real
weed.
quick.
Go do this weed. And then the weed starts to become too everyday for you. Then you got to lace that with something. And now you want it, what you laced it
But
with.
that's not what happens, Nate, with weed. That's not
That's
what
what I
happens.
think happens with it. That's
what you think
happens.
You know, correct? Crackheads don't start on weed. They immediately go to the hard stuff
That's
because
what-
they can't deal with life.
That's what potheads say.
I've never heard a pothead say that.
That's what all potheads say.
I've never heard that from a
Crackheads
pothead.
don't start smoking weed, they start smoking crack.
What?
That's what potheads
Say it
say.
again. When I used to smoke weed, I've never wanted crack.
Right.
Or anything stronger.
Everybody else, so you don't want the crack.
Or anything stronger. I didn't never want anything stronger. Shoot.
That's what they say.
Again, all I wanted to do was eat and sleep. The only time you would want to use crack after, if you was doing weed, because you ate too much, and then you fat, and then you sleepy, then you would use the crack to lose the weight. But I do believe the crackhead, they did it.
I don't, but I'm telling you.
Either she did it or she's directly
And that's
responsible.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody was after her, knowing that this
I don't
lady
think they was
had the
after
money.
her. I don't think they was after her. I think they was directly responsible. I think this was plotted out, that this was going to happen.
Nobody enough. He had enough money with her excess. They was
Right.
They
She was paid. She was. I think she had a really good
It was
job.
comfortable.
They was traveling and stuff. You see all the pictures in their house of them traveling around the place?
She didn't know who she married. She just might have been 14. She didn't know. She thought she knew him. He bribed all those banks.
Thank you. She was the engineer at Aberdeen Proving Ground.
And living right there in that beautiful home.
In Aberdeen.
I would actually like
It was a big house, too.
But
I bet you she wanted to move in. I bet you she wanted to move in. And she wasn't having it. The wife wasn't having it.
Because, like I said, him and her been Bonnie and Clyde for a long time. Him and his daughter.
Uh-huh.
So,
he was a bank robber.
Yeah.
13 banks.
Yeah.
He went to jail for 12 years. He got out in 2007.
He's up. And tried to wrap it all up in the church.
They caught him 20 miles from the border
They was trying to get right out the country.
in Texas.
Yeah. In the grocery store. In the grocery store.
Looking for razors. They was in the grocery store looking for razors.
You see, she got all the hair off and got it blowing.
Well, she
Is that how she used to wear it?
She was always bald head.
Okay, I didn't know.
She had braids that were blonde when she took those out.
You know a lot about this young lady.
I did. I seen pictures. There was a whole bunch of pictures. She had braids.
That's what I was asking. Can I see the
Not
pictures?
these pictures.
That's the
But
pictures I was
recent
trying to
pictures
say.
of her. The mug shot, she had the short hair with the blonde.
So can I see the rest of the pictures?
No. And then... and then
Can
there
I
was
see the
other
rest of the
pictures
pictures?
where she had braids and stuff.
Can I see? Because then
And
I
then she
can
had on that
turn you
Gilda.
directly into Mosby and let her know that you have this equipment
Let her
with
know,
this
'cause
damning
it's nothing-
information.
It's damning, yes, but it's not incriminating.
You're withholding information.
I am withholding information. I'm going to withhold information
Wow,
until the
that
judge
works
says guilty.
space.
I heard you, Albert. I'm going to hold this information until the judge says guilty.
Well, let me see the pictures. How you gonna show me the booty picture and nothing else?
Because there's other stuff in here.
Like of you?
No.
Okay, so what you
Why
worried
would I
about?
expose myself?
Why would you worry about that then?
Why would I worry
Is
about
it the
exposing
other
myself?
people?
Huh?
Is it the other people?
I said there's other people in here. My source material.
Let me see the other people. I just
No,
want to see.
that's why this show is over. No. So
Is it
close
somebody I
to being
wouldn't that I've
done.
met before?
Huh?
Is it somebody I've met before?
Possibly.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's all I need to know.
It's possible.
Okay. Oh.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Is that the baby mother?
Of whose children?
I was checking. Well, it works.
Oh, is Valeria the baby's mother?
Yeah. Possibly.
She's somebody's baby's mother. She's crazy.
So unknown.
I don't know who you're referring to, so that's what I'm.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Which means you do. Which means you do. I can't say light skin because they all light skin, so.
Fuck them all. That's all I can say. That's where
Is this the sister of someone?
The sister of.
The sister of someone.
They do have. Who? It's who the sister of someone?
I like a question to make you think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if she got any sisters.
Is she the sister of someone?
She?
Yeah.
I don't know who's her sister. I don't know her like that.
Okay.
I had to get told yesterday that that's who it was.
Oh.
Because I really didn't know.
The chick is from Baltimore City.
The father's from Baltimore City.
The father was from Baltimore City too. He found a good woman, and he just didn't know what to do with her. Look, the story continues. I don't know why I started just then. The story continues, and we got more time to talk about it next Tuesday, right here on Be Exposed Radio, 7 p.m. Talk Lately. Thank you, guys.
Let me get the fuck out of here. He don't want to show me pictures, and I don't really see my boots.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period. Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you might can question about where the child support is going. But if every time